great thing about this, about skating was it made us get out of our own neighborhood. So when you're young, like 14 years old, like you usually stay in your own neighborhood, but skating, like we go like skate 1 block, we go down a block to see if there's a spot. Then we skate a couple more blocks, see a curb, and skate 10 more blocks. Oh wow, there's a bench. So it just made us move, man. Yeah. It just made us explore. It was great.
First skate video I saw was Future Primitive, and of course the Bones Brigade skating across the freaking boardwalk on the Brooklyn Bridge and skating the banks. I was like, holy shit, they're skating the banks.
I remember taking the train all the way down there. It was the city hall downtown. We skated down the hill and we saw it. We were like, wow, it's perfectly made for skateboarding, That's where we found all the skateboarders from all the boroughs and tri-state area, and Jersey, upstate New York, and Connecticut.
We didn't know people from other boroughs at this point in time. It was more about like meeting up with people in your neighborhood or in your borough, and then used to go as a borough down to the banks and see groups of skaters from other boroughs. Here comes Brooklyn out off the train and down the ramp, and here comes the Bronx, here comes Uptown, here comes Queens, and that's how we used to do it, because we didn't really know each other at that point in time. It was kind of early on,
It was kind of cool because we had the banks or Lower Manhattan to ourselves, and the guards really didn't trip. When we did skate at some of the spots down there in the financial district, but it was quiet. We had the city to ourselves.
It was so close to City Hall where all this other stuff goes on, yet here we are being complete delinquents right next door. Everyone's doing what they want to do then, like drinking beers or smoking weed or whatever all around. But we had a great place to skate. It's kind of like the dog run, We gotta we're off the leash. Fuck around now.
Shit was dope, right?
Go skate the banks, financial district, make our way back to Supreme. Supreme would close up, we would get high in it back to Supreme, then make our way to Astor Place.
Astor, that was the night hangout spot where we could, we could skate, do some flat ground, skate the can, the curb, do our thing, drink a little bit, be a little rowdy, and nobody really bothered us,
I think the good thing about it was because there was so many people going by, it was such a kind of a hub, and I think it was the opportunity to meet girls. I think it was a big draw for Astor as well.
We basically met up there, and then when we got a big enough crew together, or everybody that we tried to plan with on the phone got there, we basically just went through all of Midtown, from Hell's Kitchen, through Fuji Building, Time Life, Pan Am, all those spots that are still there today, basically.
Peter Hunt and myself had an apartment in Times Square. We were on 44th and 7th Avenue. My bedroom window opened up to a parking garage. So I could climb out of my bedroom window, bomb the parking structure down into Midtown, and then just go and skate Midtown and skate Time Life all night. And the parking attendant always used to be like, where the fuck are these guys coming from every night? Every night, somehow they're in the parking garage and they don't even, we don't ever see them coming in.
It was tough. It was tough to make a living off skateboarding in those days. Our crew, who actually took skating past all the kids who quit and took it into the next generation of skaters, all kind of gravitated towards each other. We all hung out together, and we all kind of took that journey together.
I was lucky because I was one of the first dudes to do it, to actually get paid to skate in New York City. And I was getting paid, my first Underworld Element check was $800 a month. I actually survived on that in New York. I mean, we did other things to make money, such as the street hustle.
I know everyone always had. I was selling my wheels, whatever I could do, you know, any extra stuff I had.
You know, you had to like get out there and do your thing and try to promote yourself and try to get in magazines and try to get sponsors to try to move on and get to a point where maybe you can get paid, you know? It was like, the goal was always to get that board, that pro board, you know? Like, I think that was everybody's goal that kind of like remained persistent at skateboarding. But
There was no photographers, there was no filmers, there was, you know, a couple skate shops. And so I think it was, you know, different.
Yeah.
That's how I could say, you know. A little more raw out here, I'd say.
Sure.
It's that stigma that comes with New York, like, yo, fucking crack, you know, gangs, burning buildings, you know. That stigma that comes with New York was already attached to us. And, you know, some niggas came from fucked up backgrounds, so, you know, we had that feel behind us too.
Top 3 most influential people in New York City skateboarding.
Definitely Jeff Pang, without a doubt. Keith Huffnagel, without question, and Keenan Milton, and Chris Keith. Those 3, they fucking made the mecca out to California, and you know, from the industry perspective, they put New York on the map. Keenan just made an impactful mark on skateboarding, you know, throughout that transitional period when skateboarding was becoming very technical in the whole kind of like girl chocolate era. You know, to me, those guys were the best of the best. They were the elite of all of us, you know, and they were they had a goal, and they wanted to, you know, become the people that they are now. So.
Yeah, that was really good. You fucking laid it down there, man.
Yeah, I got kind of a little bit teary-eyed for Keenan.